Welcome to another Take 5. This video is going to be about macros. And macros are kind of like functions. If you watched the function video previously, um, macros are actually almost just like functions in Unreal Engine, really. They just allow you to have multiple execution lines. So they're almost the same. A function, you can only have one execution line, and a um, and the function is going to execute immediately. You cannot delay it. You cannot break from it without um, without. You can break from it, but it's going to immediately happen. There's no way to stop it from doing some execution or something like that. So if you have a function, as soon as it finishes whatever it's doing, it's going to continue to execute. If we were to stick function here, if you were to call function right here, um, and then afterward call macro, so the function's going to finish and it's going to continue on. It doesn't matter what happens inside the function. It's going to call new macro afterward, and that's because there's no way to stop it here. But if you're inside of a macro, and when you create one, it's going to take you into something that looks kind of like this, but doesn't have anything in here. And so I set up a little simple macro where, like, we would go based on this condition. We want to set the cube's material. Now you can drag, by the way, you can drag these components out to the graph when you want to use them. So we're going to set the cube's material with our material variable down here if this condition is true. And then we're going to go back out and we're going to do, whoops, we're going to go back out to our graph and that's going to come out this execution line. So we could continue to do something based on, at that rate. And we can say, if the condition is false, right, then we're going to not go that other way. We're not going to set the material, and we're going to come out the other way, which is then going to be down here. And then you can basically go about your business doing something else down here. It doesn't have to be the same. You also cannot put these in here. If you just want to take this out completely, let's just go in here and take this out, remove it, right? So now what's going to happen in here is, because this is a macro and not a function, the execution is going to stop as soon as it reaches this. If this condition is false, the execution will stop and it will never continue. And if you're wondering why it's not working further on down the line because you connected it and it's a macro, that's why, because it will not work. A macro has to have a condition that leaves the thing, the actual macro, in order for it to continue its execution, and a function does not. So those are the main differences that you can do stuff with macros. It's kind of nice. A lot of times you can just use macros to get information too. They're nice if you just want to. You can add things like, say I just wanted to get the cube, um, get the material over the cube. So you could say get material, and if I just wanted to get the material, I could go boom, and now I have the material, and there it is returned. You can do that with a pure function because it doesn't require any execution to get the cube and get this. So you could do that either way. A macro just allows you to do specific other things that the function does not. Um, that pretty much wraps up macros. There's not really a whole lot about them. Um, yeah. So there you go. I'll see you guys in the next video.